Mienshao is this game's pixie character with a high focus on looping mix-ups and resets. Mienshao is heavily oriented towards their amazing advantage state with the ability to apply multiple layers of mental stack extremely quickly. Combined with their amazing mix-up game, some rounds end almost instantly if Mienshao gets their way. That's not to say they're slouching on neutral though. Mienshao has multiple extremely strong neutral options in 5A, JB, and 6B that let them play a great whiff punch game as well. Having one of the fastest moves in the game doesn't hurt either, and it is a staple of their entire kit. That's not to say they are without flaws though. Being a pixie also means having low health and endurance, making mistakes cost more for Mienshao compared to other bulkier characters. This also means that their damage is overall lower than other characters, and the gap is even bigger without some meter and a good starter. Without a snowball going, sometimes Mienshao explodes with no chance to make the opponent play their game. Overall, Mienshao is a character with an extremely high skill ceiling and a satisfying game plan, with the ability to bring back any game from the brink of destruction. Just don't forget your opponent can do that to you too. Before we get into this guide is meant for those who have basic knowledge of close combat and its mechanics. If you don't, I'd recommend watching Alto's video below about Pokemon close combat and coming back later. First, let's talk about some movement options. Mienshao is unique by being able to cancel into crouch from their dash, a trait currently unique to them. This allows Mienshao to increase their throw range a ton, and it is central to continuing pressure after knockdowns and mid-screen as well as corner pressure. Mienshao also boasts a dash jump, and it is one of their best tools overall. Its full screen range is extremely useful in juggle combos from 623B, being the only way you can continue combos from it. It is also a key part in your pressure, allowing you to always stick to your opponent at the corner. If timed carefully, dash jump allows you to sometimes completely skip neutral if the opponent is not careful and start your advantage state. I wouldn't do this too often, as you can easily get anti-aired when the opponent is looking for it, but sometimes you just gotta let it rip. 5A is your longest button and one of your strongest in neutral. The range makes it relatively safe, and it can catch people mashing in neutral extremely well. However, whiffing means you will almost certainly get punished due to its long recovery. On hit, you can press back to vacuum the opponent into you, with the trade-off of having less advantage overall. Close up, 5A will link in most of Mienshao's normals excluding sweep, and 5A4 has just enough advantage to combo 623B. 6A is your mash button, juggle, meaty, everything. It is a staple of Mienshao's kit, and it sees use in almost every aspect. Pressing it again will give you 6AA, which leads into any special excluding 2B and 3A. Mienshao's 6A and their combos will come more in depth in a later section. 4A is your anti-air, and also extremely good in neutral as it moves you backwards. Pressing 6A afterwards will give you a lunging attack forward, which can be nice for whiff punishes. It also links into 623B up close. 2A is a rather unremarkable move by Mienshao standards, having okay range and the ability to combo into J2A. However, it sees some good use as a poke in neutral and as a juggle ender in 2A into 5B. There's not too much to say about this move, so let's go on. 3A is Mienshao's sweep and also their only low. While that may sound inconvenient, it's extremely good at what it does, being a potent meaty and meterless combo ender on the ground. J5A is pretty useful in both neutral and combos as your main filler. From a dash jump, this move becomes extremely scary, being a great burst option and having the ability to be up to +4 on block with the correct timing. It can also combo into your 6A, making it good for obtaining knockdowns. J2A is the Mienshao move. This move is a minimum 25 frame overhead combo starter into a knockdown, which is as good as it sounds. You'll be using this in a lot of situations, mainly mix-ups and up-close scrambles. On air hit, it will knock the opponent down, keeping them right where you want them. J2A will also get some more love in a later section of the video. 5B is another one of Mienshao's overheads, coming slightly faster at 23 frames with the downside of giving you less reward on hit. This move can be extremely nice to use in neutral due to its large active frame window, allowing you to catch opponents from overextending or as an anti-air. 6B is your strongest call-out tool in neutral. The fast movement means you can catch opponents off guard in neutral faster than they can reasonably react, and with some bar can even combo from it to start your pressure. Do not use this without reason, as it is -20 on block and will get you killed. A whiff 6B is also horrible for Mienshao, so avoid it at all costs. 2B is one of the weirder moves in Mienshao's kit, acting as a sort of pseudo stance that gives Mienshao some tricky movement around the screen. Mienshao has a few things they can do from this position. With no extra input, Mienshao dives back down the path they came from with a hitbox. It's hard to use because it's so telegraphed, but it can be useful as a surprise option they aren't expecting it. Pressing up will make Mienshao jump from the wall, giving them access to all of their air options after the flip ends. This is a little situational, but it can be nice in a situation where you're full screen and trying to make your opponent make a mistake. Pressing forward will make Mienshao dart across to the other side of the screen and dive down with a hitbox. If you're full screen and have the chance, this can be an amazing call tool and net you some free advantage state. However, if they see it coming, they can hit you out of it. Now you're in the corner and bad things happen. Like 6B, be careful with your usage. Pressing 6B will do the same thing as pressing forward, except you now have a hitbox as you go across the screen. This is one of the most evil moves in the game, giving Mienshao a potential free skip neutral card for only 1 bar. It has all the associated risks, so 2B, 6B responsibly. JB is Mienshao's projectile, and it is way different from other projectiles. You can angle it by pressing back and forwards respectively to make it travel less or more distance. This move also hits high, sends you backwards after the projectile comes out, and has a good amount of block stun, making it pretty good as an Okizeme tool. With some bar, you can C-cancel the landing, making it much more potent in pressure. 623B is Mienshao's best move. It costs 1 bar and launches the opponent with 2 separate hits. It is frame 4, making it one of the fastest moves in the game. This move is super useful on defense due to how fast it is, giving you the ability to punish moves you otherwise couldn't. The reward you get off it is amazing due to it launching the opponent too, and the angle it rises that makes it opponent anti-air neutral. Do note that, despite being a DP, it has no invulnerability on startup. JBB is a better version of JB, costing 1 bar for extra damage and hits. This is the move you get when pressing B after hitting a 6B, and with 3 bars this move becomes extremely good in your meter dump combos. The last move I want to talk about is Mienshao's Super Ki Blast. It costs 2 bar, throwing a projectile that travels a maximum of 2/3 of the screen before exploding. While not too useful in your combos due to the cost, this move shines as a whiff punishing call-out tool, giving Mienshao a strong option for punishing bad approaches. Mienshao's general game plan is to play patiently till they find an opening that leads to a knockdown. Moves like 5A, 4A, 6B, and JB are extremely good for playing it safe and neutral, giving Mienshao lots of space for themselves to breathe while denying the opponent opportunities to get in. When you feel like going in, things like your dash cancel and dash jump JA are extremely good, allowing Mienshao to cover lots of space near instantaneously. Parry dash forwards on projectiles is also extremely good, letting you safely close the gap between you and the opponent. Because of how frail you are, it's good practice to stay away until you can guarantee an opening, but it's not something you always have to do. Once you get a knockdown though, you can start gambling. Mienshao's offense is way too complicated to explain fully here in this beginner's guide, and it would basically be an entire video on that alone. So, I'll try and break this down to 3 basic layers that you can use as reference: 50-50, 6A, and Soldier Boy. If you're brand new to Mienshao, I'd only worry about layer 1 and a little bit of layer 2. All the super advanced layer 3 stuff will come with time as you get better. 50-50 is the decision between either J2A or sweep. Off of a sweep you get a knockdown and bar, and off a J2A you get a combo into sweep. This allows Mienshao to continually loop 50-50 that they feel like cashing out, at which point you just kill them. However, a problem arises. If they block my J2A or sweep, I'm minus, and that means I lose advantage state. And you're right, the problem with layer 1 is that it's a little too simple. It's effective, but the moment your opponent blocks and makes up, that advantage state is donezo. Now it's time for layer 2. Layer 2 is where 6A comes into play. One important fact about 6A is that it is, as a patch 11C, +1 on block. Mienshao can do a lot for this +1 on block. Let me give you some examples. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff Mienshao can do from this, and this leads to a really crazy mental stack where your opponent has a ton of options to worry about. Notably, an invulnerable DP beats all of this. However, this puts a lot of innate risk on the defender. If a Mienshao blocks this DP, they're getting a full punish. This mind game is super important for your offense and is something you must always keep in mind. I won't go into too much detail about this, as this is extremely advanced and stupid Mienshao stuff that is also usually improvised on the spot, but I'll give you a quick example of what kind of stuff Mienshao can do at a high enough level. For example, let's look at Mien's DP. You can do a combo from it like previously mentioned, but this also means you can get a reset by doing a dash cancel after juggling it with 6A into all kinds of stuff. You can even just do it after 63B ends. Or you could do something extremely stupid like 4 dive kicks in a row. And I know nobody would get hit by that, right? What I'm trying to get at is once you have the opponent down mentally, you can do basically anything you feel like and get away with it. This layer isn't something really describable, more just something you feel out as you play. With time, you'll get to this layer and you'll kill people. This section has mainly core routes for Mienshao, and it is not at all representative of even the tip of the iceberg of the stuff Mienshao can do. I will try to cover Mienshao's most important combos, but if you want to learn more, check out the wiki page below. It has a bunch of great combos from Mienshao written by Mitsuyoshi, and it has basically everything you could want. Here are some B&Bs though. Mienshao is extremely fun to pilot, and I hope this video guide has given you a good starting point on what to do as a beginner. This character has near endless creativity baked into its kit, and at a high enough level you can absolutely destroy people. I'd say the biggest takeaway should be to focus on your neutral game heavily. A good neutral game as Mienshao will do more wonders for you than any Soldier Boy could ever accomplish. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the Mienshao Hall of Fame soon.